A warm welcome to all music albums in Clair Obscur Expedition 33, and today I'll show you where all the music albums, all 34 of them, are located. Step by step, very clearly listed, so you definitely won't miss any of them. So friends, let's jump right into the video. Feel free to give a thumbs up and we'll grab the very first music album, which is right at the prologue. You can pick up the Lumiere music album directly in the prologue, and for that you need to go to the back right corner of the large square. There you'll find the first mimic and you have to defeat it to get the first music album. If you happen to miss it and can't get the music album anymore because you can't go back to the prologue, it's not a big deal because there's another copy of the music album and I'll show you in a moment where to find it. Make sure you complete the mime first, and once you've done that you'll get the first music album. You will receive the mimicry trophy and also the music album Lumiere. There is also another copy of it. However, you can only find that later, right at the end of the game, specifically in Lumiere itself, in the last level of the story. And there you'll find another copy of the album. If you didn't defeat the mimic at the beginning, you'll find it here in the opera house. You actually almost walk right past it. First grab the Lumina color up here and then go into the opera house where a blue glowing boy is playing the piano. And back here in the right corner you'll find the copy of the Lumiere music album. If you missed it in the prologue, you can pick it up here and still get the trophy. The next music album can be found in the Twilight Quarry, specifically when we can first access the continent. The Twilight Quarry is down here. We travel there and we can simply cross over with escape as planned, and then after that we eventually do finally find this quarry. And there we can also grab the next music album, which is just lying around in the level. So go into the quarry and grab the music album here, which glows nicely in purple, and with that you already have the second music album. The next one can be found in the manor, and of course we can visit the manor when we are in the underwater world for the first time, that is, the floating waters. And that's where we enter the manor for the first time. Definitely make sure to go behind the manor as well, because there's a bit of chroma back there. Of course we'll collect that and then enter the manor for the first time. If you miss this here, it's not a problem, because we can always return to the manor and complete the tasks in this area later on. Just go up the stairs here, and inside the manor there are 4 switches we need to use to unlock a secret passage. The first one is right here at the corner on the right. We'll find the second one over here if we walk through to this pillar, and we need to activate that one as well. Then we'll find another one across from here, next to this painting, specifically to the left of it. And the last switch can be found all the way back here by the fireplace, and then this hatch will open, allowing you to collect the next music album and add it to your collection. The next music album is Lights of the Past, and you can find it in the ancient Gistral city. So once again, it's basically just a small mini level where only the music album is located. So go inside, grab the item, and we'll move on to the next music album. You can find the music album Our Painted Family in the Meadows, and you can either swim over there or cross with SK to get your first next music album there. And in the meadows there isn't much to collect, just pick up the purple item here. I thought there might be something else back here, but there's just this one music album, and of course we'll take it with us, Our Painted Family. You can buy the music album Goblu from a merchant on the map in the continent. So head over here from the flying waters to the left and you'll already see the merchant glowing on the map. Just walk past there, and here you can also buy the music album Goblu. Simply visit the merchant and spend 1,000 chroma here to get the music album. Buy the Goblu music album and you'll have it in your inventory. Next up is the music album Honeymoon in Lumiere, which we can find at the White Tree. As soon as we can swim with SK, we can swim across here. This is the island where there's also a hidden gestural. Just go onto the island here and enter the large portal, and you'll arrive at the White Tree, and yes, the music album is simply lying right in the middle of the level again. So just go inside and pick up the music album. Additionally, there's also a diary here, so you should definitely stop by to get the diary trophy as well. Aline's Glasshouse is in the Lost Woods, and you'll also need to be able to do a few things with SK here. You can walk through the yellow harvest and then come out at the top. And once you're done with the yellow harvest, you can, at your own pace, carefully head back here into the small side level, into the Lost Woods, and there the music album is once again right there in the middle, and we can just pick it up. It's a bit tricky to get there because it's not entirely clear where you can walk, but I'm sure all of you can manage it and collect the music album. The next music album is Gustav, and we only get it after we've finished Act 1. So play through the entire level until you reach Act 2, then go back to the Stone Wave Cliffs and return to the scene of the action, and there you can collect Gustav's music album. So just go back into the Stone Spring Cliffs here and run all the way back to where you fought the boss. And there, all of a sudden, you'll find the Gustav music album as a memento of Gustav. And of course, we'll grab it because we never want to forget Gustav, so we'll take the album with us here. The next music album can be found on the way to Forgotten Battlefields, specifically at the Blade Cemetery. That's a small area just up ahead on the left. Go inside there, you'll see a portal there again which you can go through to reach the Blade Cemetery. It's another small level and the music album is lying right in the center. So you can of course pick it up here, and then we can continue with the next album, which we'll find shortly. Alicia's birthday party can be found in the ship graveyard, which is right next to it. However, you need to be able to swim a bit with SK and swim across to the ship graveyard, where we can then collect the next music album, which is once again simply lying here in the middle at Alicia's birthday party. The next one is The Lost Voice. You can find it again on the continent, specifically at this little merchant here on the side. Just walk over there. And similar to the Goblu music album, you can simply buy it from him here and receive The Lost Voice for 1000 chroma. Le Grand Café de Lumiere is a new music album that we can find at the carousel, and it's relatively easy to locate. From the checkpoint, just go straight ahead, and on the left side there's a cave right here. It's pretty easy to walk right past it. Grab the music album here and then move on. Of course, as usual, we get the Renoir music album in Old Lumiere, and once we've arrived there, near the end at the mansion checkpoint, we can go through the wall on the left, and there are still a few things to collect here. If you go around the corner to the right, you can pick up a bit more chroma first. These are of course always excerpts from the Platinum Guide. Just walk all the way through here, and at the end you'll find a door to the mansion. Here you'll also find the next album, which is of course automatically lying here in the sink, and we'll pick that up. You can find the music album Verso in Visage, and this is also the first level where we can defeat an action, so it's very important that you go in here. Specifically, we find this in the level with the angry mask. We fly through it, and when we look towards the mask, which is here, we fly along the right side, and there we'll also find the next path to the mansion. Feel free to take out the enemy here as well. As I said, these are all excerpts from the 100% Platinum guide, and feel free to grab the shiny Chroma Catalyst back here as well. Then fly back, and on the left in this cave we can already see some house rubble stones, and we can go through here. And here on the right side we find the hidden door. You can also go to the left here, there's something nice there too, but on the right we find the manor door, and of course we go inside and pick up the next music album, which is just lying here next to the piano. Who likes music album? Next, grab the Lettre Malaria music album. You get this automatically after defeating the first action, but you can also miss it. That's why it's very important. As soon as you've defeated the first action in Visage, make sure to rest and talk to your group. You'll receive the music album automatically, but if you wait too long and don't talk to your companions here, you can actually miss it, because then it won't appear anymore. So talk to the people in the camp immediately after you've defeated the first action. The next music album can be found again on the continent, and there's another spot where we have to swim to, namely between the island of Visage. There's a small beach here, and once again there's a merchant whom we of course need to talk to in order to buy the next music album. And once again it costs 1,000 chroma, of course we'll take it with us. The next one is in the Eerie Cave, and you can see it right at the beginning. You'll fly past it, fly through the cave until you reach a point where you can swing upwards with the grappling hook. And it's actually hard to miss because the cave is circular. Fly up here once with the grappling hook, and when you reach the top, fly straight through. Don't fall down, just go along here, use the grappling hook again, and then go straight ahead, and pretty soon you'll see a little light, but that's not where we want to go. Instead, at this light here, where we're actually supposed to go to follow the main path. Here, pass by on the left and fly into the dark area. And pretty quickly you'll discover an area back here where there's a hole in the ground. We need to drop down through it, and we'll automatically reach the music album, which we already saw at the very beginning. Pick it up, and then we can move on to the next one. The next music album is inside the monolith, and you can hardly miss it. If you keep following the main path, you'll eventually come to a fork where there's a grave in the middle. Here you can make your way over to the left and re-enter the mansion through the familiar entrance. Once you find yourself back inside the mansion, take a moment to look around and get your bearings. In this area you'll notice the next music album, which is just lying around here in plain sight and can be picked up easily. The next music album, Children of Lumiere, can be found on the continent back here. You'll need to be in Act 3 already so you can fly with SK, and once you can fly, you can simply land back here. There's another hidden merchant here who will sell you another nice music album, and of course we'll pick that up. It costs another 1,000 chroma, and now at this point we have the wonderful Children of Lumiere. The next music album is located at the beautiful, peaceful white beach, or white sand, which is also known as it's sometimes called. And that's simply a level where there's just another album lying around. And you can only get there once you can fly with SK, so it's important that you're already in Act 3. Go into white sand, and then the music album is all the way at the end. It's just a completely straightforward level. Grab the music album here, and then we can move on accordingly. The next one is found in the Flying Casino, and as you might expect, it's actually relatively quite early on in Act 3. Of course, you also need to be able to fly to get in here. Just use the grappling hook here, and behind the casino you'll basically find the music album, which you can collect here. So just go past on the right here, and you'll find the music album in the back area. Remember to switch to Monoco again and have him talk to the door here so you can get a secret costume as well. And with that we'll move on to the next music album. The next one is Linen and Cotton, and you can also find it on the continent. Of course you'll need to be able to fly with SK, otherwise you won't be able to get onto this island. There's another merchant sitting in front here, and he'll sell you the music album Linen and Cotton for 1,000 chroma. The music album Alicia can be found in Falling Leaves, and we can go inside there. From the checkpoint we basically turn around and can go down the rope here. The checkpoint is right here on the right. Follow this path from the rope, and then in the lower area you can find a woman made of wax. You should definitely talk to her and also speak with the little boy in this level, because he will give you another music album later on. So first, go through here into the lower area, take out the enemies if you like, and you'll see that there's a woman hanging in wax back there who also has a few things to say to us. And yeah, it's basically a little mini quest here in this level, so take out the enemy first, go through here, and you'll find the woman in wax back there. So we went down the rope here straight ahead, and that's where you'll find her hanging, and you need to talk to her, go through the entire dialogue in order to advance the little boy's quest. But most importantly, there's also an entrance to the manor here, and as I said, make sure to talk to her. Definitely go through the whole dialogue so that we can get the next music album right away. And once you've done that, you can go through the door to the manor on the left and pick up another music album there. So go through here, open the door, and you'll automatically enter where, of course, the next music album is lying on the desk in the back. This one is Alicia. It's in the same level, so also in Falling Leaves. Now, after we've spoken with the wax lady, we can go defeat the secret boss here by talking to the faded boy. And once we've defeated the Carrion Eater boss, we can pick up another music album. Once that guy's taken care of, we can simply go back, and in doing so, we've completed this little side quest. So you need to talk to the faded boy, talk to the wax lady, and then defeat the boss here to get the next music album. You can simply go to the checkpoint, teleport back, or if you prefer, walk back the way you came. And secondly, once you've done everything in this level, you absolutely have to talk to the faded boy again. Once you've exited at the very first checkpoint and have arrived back here, make sure to go up to the right again, just as before, to talk to the faded boy. When you do, he'll give you the music album that you'll need for the next life file, so don't forget to pick it up and make sure you have it before moving on. So we talk to him once and claim that as our reward. The next album is lost, and we'll find it on the continent here in the right corner. There's simply a mansion door there. We can just go inside and grab the next music album. Of course, it's just lying around again. Open the cabinet here, reveal a secret door, and that's where the album is. Grab that thing, and then we move on to the next one. The next one is Claire, Don't Pull Your Sister's Hair. You can find this one in the Frozen Hearts area, and you'll have to walk quite a distance until you reach a climbing wall like this. Here you need to climb to the right. There's also a magnificent Krummer catalyst back here in the left corner. Of course, you grab that and then you turn around here, and back here there's a hidden rope like a floating zip line. Use the grappling hook to get across, and then there's another rope at the corner back here which you can use to go down into a secret cave, and in this cave you'll find another mansion. First grab the pictus here and just follow this zip line further until you enter this cave. Of course, there are also a few big enemies here that we need to take care of first. And once you've dealt with them, you'll find the mansion door more or less in the middle, which you can use to get the next music album. So go inside, and once we're here, the music album is right next to the harp, and of course we'll pick it up. The next album is Clair, and you only get it after you've completed the Endless Tower, that is, after you've defeated the Painted Love at the end, and then you'll receive it automatically. In addition, you'll also receive the Everything Has an End trophy, and once you've finally defeated the Endless Tower, you'll also get the Clair music album, which you can see here on the left in the loot box. With the Clair music album now in your inventory, there are just a few more we can collect. Specifically, there's also the Endless Light, which we can find in Renoir's sketches, and for that, of course, you already need to be fairly strong just to survive the level, but if you start here from the very first checkpoint, you can already grab the music album. Just head in here and take out the enemies. Once you've dealt with them, it's actually pretty easy from here. You basically just turn around and then head toward the grappling hook, just like before. Here you'll also get Picto's shortcut. So after you've taken out the first enemies here, make sure to turn left again, because there's another corridor here where you can use the grappling hook. You'll then reach a small hidden platform, and here on the right side you can pick up the music album. You can already see it glowing nicely, so let's head over there, grab the item and then move on. Yes, the last music albums, namely Monoco, Lune and Sciel, you'll naturally get when you reach relationship level 6 with each of them. So you basically get them automatically, since you'll want to reach relationship level 6 with everyone anyway, and as a result you'll automatically receive the music album from each character. There are 3 in total, and of course you should collect them all. Otherwise you'll receive the final music album completely automatically. When you finish the story and have completed everything else, you'll get it right here. Just walk through here once and finish the thing without spoiling anything for yourself. Simply complete the game here, and once you've done that, you'll automatically receive the music album. Alright friends, those were all the music albums. I hope this was helpful for you. I made a special effort to mark everything precisely so you wouldn't miss anything. And maybe we'll see each other in the next video. So take care, adios and ciao ciao.